Okay. So if you can, make sure that your camera's in a place that you can just check your own progress as we go through. Okay, so let's take our left hand off the mat and our left hand all the way up into the sky. Let's open our chest. And again, we're going to do this nice and slow, so looking up at our ceiling. And breathe. So taking that left hand and taking it through the gap between our right hand and our right knee. Taking our left shoulder down to the mat, taking our head down to the mat, bottom stays up. Taking our right hand off the mat, right hand again, just stretch it up first of all, don't rush it, stretching it up into the ceiling. And the back of that right hand then comes onto either your left hip or your left waist, whatever's available to you. And then take a nice deep breath in. As you're breathing out, try and taking that right shoulder, try and point it more towards that ceiling. And keep breathing. Lovely. Taking our right hand off our hip and then taking it up into the sky. Taking our right hand back to the mat. Unfolding ourselves, left arm. Again, nice and gently comes up. Stretching out, looking up into the sky. And breathe. And then let's replace that left hand down to the mat. Right hand comes off. Let's open that chest to the other side. Counterbalance. That round shoulderness that we've been doing during the day. Look up to the sky, pointing those fingers up, stretching them up, and breathe. And now taking those fingers, that right hand, and then threading it through that gap between our left hand and our left knee, taking our head down to the mat. Just relaxing here, bottom stays up. And then taking our left hand off the mat and just stretching it up into the air to start off with. Stretch those fingers up into the ceiling. And then the back of that left hand comes onto your right hip or your right waist. Take a nice deep breath in, on and out breath. Let's open out that chest a little bit more. Try and point in that left shoulder up towards that ceiling. Lovely. Taking our left hand off the mat, up into the air, and then taking the left hand back onto the mat. Unthreading ourselves and then taking the right hand all the way up to the ceiling again. Nice and slow, looking up into that ceiling. Feeling your chest warming up as we do so. Taking our right hand down. Just checking your posture, making sure that your knees are underneath your hips. Okay, this time our left hand comes out, straight out, and our right leg comes off the mat and then point that right foot. So let's stretch, make sure we got a nice long body stretch between our left hands. So stretch those fingertips away and then point those right toes away. Nice straight flat back. And our hips are square to the mat. And we're coming in, bringing our elbows and our knees in to our chest. We're going to breathe there for one breath and come out. So let's go. So bring the elbows and knees into your chest. Keep it into your chest. Breathing out. Breathing in. Keep it on your chest. And breathing out, stretching out again. Let's do that once more. So bringing our elbows and our knees in, breathing out. Breathing in, stay where we are. And breathing out, stretching out. Well done. Taking our left hand down to the mat, let's bend that right knee. And again, as we did in our warm-up, let's do some nice big circles with that right knee. Try and get As big a circle as you feel you can. 3 big circles, and then 3 big circles the other way. Keep our knee bent, and we're going to take that right foot behind you, place it on the mat behind you, lifting your right arm up into the air, stretching up. Really try and stretch that right arm up into the air. And finally taking that right arm over your head, stretching it forwards. And breathe. Some lovely stretches today, combating all those aches and pains we've been having. Okay, let's take our right hand back onto the mat, right knee back onto the mat. Okay, let's try that the other side. So right hand comes off the mat, straighten it up. Left leg comes off the mat, point that left leg. Nice long line between your right hand and your left foot. Stretch it out, feeling that foot pushing back, stretching out that right hand. Okay, same as we did on the other side. Bring our elbow and our knee into our chest, breathing out. Hold it there, breathing in. And breathing out, let's stretch it out. Breathing in. Breathing out, let's do the same. Elbow and knee comes in. Breathe in, hold it there. Breathing out, stretching it out. Taking our right hand down to the mat, bending that left knee. And then let's open out that left hip and draw 3 big circles with that left knee. And then 3 circles either way. Try and draw as big a circle as you feel you can at this point. Okay, let's take that left foot behind you on the mat. Lifting our left hand off the mat, stretching our left hand all the way up into the ceiling. Open out that chest and breathe. Good, let's take that left arm above your head, stretching out. And breathe. Good postures, well done. Now let's place that left hand back down to the mat, left knee back down to the mat. Well done. Let's come into bear. So tucking your toes under, knees come up about 6 inches, 4 to 6 inches off the mat, holding your tummy in, pushing away with those arms, stretching those shoulders away. Okay, breathing out, let's take our bottom down towards our heels, stretching out our hands. Breathing in, back to bear. Breathing out, going back. Breathing in, back to bear. And last time, breathing out, bottom down towards our heels, stretching those arms out. Breathing in, back to bear. Dropping your knees down to the mat, keeping your toes tucked under. And we come into a child pose with your toes tucked under. Let's stretch those undersides of your feet. So bring our bottom down towards our heels. And then just walk your arms out a little bit further, taking our head down towards the mat. And breathe. Just relax your shoulders here. In this position, let's take our right hand onto its fingertips and walk our right hand over to the left hand. If you can, put your right hand on your left hand. Feel a nice gentle stretch on that right hand side. Lifting our right hand back up onto its fingertips and
walking over to the right. Let's do the same with the left. Left hand comes on the fingertips. Walking over to the right, taking the left hand on the right hand if you can. Relax your head down, relax your shoulders and breathe. And then taking our left hand off the mat and then walking it back over to left hand side. Coming up to tabletop, untuck your toes and let's do some cats and cows. So the first cat, so breathing out, let's try and arch that back nice and slow. Let's try and get some movement in each one of those vertebrae one at a time. Breathing out, looking down in between your thighs, stretching away with those shoulders. Breathing in, come to cow. Tailbone comes up, belly comes down, looking forwards. Nice and slow. And again, coming back to cat. Really try and concentrate on each vertebrae coming up, curving that at a time. So you've got a nice arch back, pushing away with those hands, nice stretching in those shoulder blades, looking down in between our thighs, and breathing in, come to a cow. Feel nice movement in that lower back. Chest comes forward. Next time, if you want to, you can come to a turbo cat. Basically, that just means taking our knees off the ground. Okay, so either cat or turbo cat next. So come back to cat, stretching vertebrae on top of each other, lifting your knees off the floor if you feel you can, pushing away the floor, really arching that back, looking down in between those thighs. Good. And then dropping those knees if you've gone into turbo cat, come into cow again. Slow movement in that vertebrae and those lower back. Looking forward. And then coming back. Just to tabletop, nice flat back, keeping our tummies in. Okay, let's tuck our toes under, pushing our bottom up into downward facing dog. Let's pad your heels down at a time, just looking behind you, making sure those feet are about shoulder width apart. Keeping your knees bent at this point, just pad those knees down, those heels down. Okay, spread your fingertips away from each other. Nice flat back, shoulders relaxed, head, looking in between your thighs. Lovely. Let's walk our feet towards our hands, coming to forward bend. And let's just stay in forward bend, just relax here in forward bend. Okay, just check where your hands are in relation to the mat, in relation to your feet or your shins. Let's do our normal, taking our right hand on our left elbow, left hand on our right elbow. And let's draw a semicircle around your body, keeping that head down, our shoulders relaxed, and drawing a semicircle around your body with those elbows. And whilst we're doing this, let's nod our head 3 times and shake your head 3 times. Good. Going back to the center, taking our hands back down to the mat, and then placing our hands behind our calves. Okay, breathing in, coming to a nearly a flat back, so hinging on your hips, come to a nearly flat back. Breathing out, let's try and pull ourselves a little bit closer to our thighs, our head, closer to our knees. And again, breathing in, come to nearly flat back. And breathing out, let's try and pull ourselves nice and gently a little bit closer in. Just relax. Breathing in last time, nearly flat back. And breathing out, head comes down towards your knees. Try and squeeze yourself in a little bit closer. Good work. Letting go of your calves, taking your hands back down to the mat. See if you've improved that development of that stretch. Looking down, relax. Okay, let's take our left hand, left foot, back about 1.5 feet. Keeping both legs straight. Keep both feet pointing to the short edge of your mat. And we're coming into a right foot pyramid. But just try and relax that head down towards that knee. Well done. Let's take that left foot and bring it back to your right foot. And let's take that right foot back about 1.5 feet. Come into a left foot pyramid, 2 straight legs. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's try and taking that head towards that left knee. Good. Taking our right foot, stepping it back next to the left. And then just relaxing forward bend. And then we come into standing up. So come up nice and slowly. Don't come up too fast, you'll get dizzy. Slowly coming up. Try and arch your back as you're coming up. Again, trying to get one vertebrae stacking on each other as it slowly comes up. And as you're nearly standing, taking our shoulders up by our ears, rolling back, shaking out. Well done. Take some water on. Let's come into our first sun salutation A. Now, if there's one thing you can do to practice yoga every day, is the sun salutation A. Very good to get your body just livened up. It only takes 5 minutes if you want to do that, especially in the summertime when we get some sun. Okay, so let's come to the front of your mat. Feet shoulder width apart, knees nice and soft. Come into our first mountain pose. Let's squeeze those glutes in, pushing our hips forward. Our first B. Second B is our belly, bringing our belly in. And the third B is our back. Shoulders back, chin is in. Chest is out. Let's just stay here for a few breaths. Just being aware of your own body. Just feel what it's like to be in this proper position with these shoulders back. And our head stacks on top of our shoulders in the proper position. So most of the day when we're reading or on the computer, our head is a little bit further forward. Put strain on that upper shoulders, upper back. So again, just try and come into this posture if you can during the day. Realign yourself. Okay, let's take our hands all the way up into the sky, just leaning back. Taking a breath here, breathing in and breathing out. Looking up into the ceiling. And then swan diving our arms all the way down, forward bend. Let's see if we can get to the same forward bend as we did before. Just relax down, just allowing our arms to come down as far as they did before, no rush. Excellent work. Okay, let's take our hands onto our shins, hinging from our hip, nice straight back, feeling that head pulling out, elongating that long spine. And then taking our knees, bending our knees, taking our hands down to the mat, jumping or walking back to a plank, lowering ourselves slowly down. And then on top of your toes, pushing yourselves up to cobra. Okay, no rush. Try and relax that lower back.
Chest comes forward, heart comes forward, looking forward. Lovely. And then try coming slowly back down to the mat. Tuck your toes under, pushing your bottom up. Downward facing dog. Really pushing those hands away. Nice flat back. Right foot comes off the mat. Right foot comes into the middle of the mat. Place your left foot right next to your right foot. Coming to forward bend with your hands in prayer. And then bring your hands all the way up into the sky. Stretching up, leaning back just a little bit. Arms out. Shake it out. Okay, I'll be watching you. Come to the front of your mat. And come to mountain pose. Good. And this one is just one breath at a time. Okay, so if you can, take a nice deep breath in and a nice deep breath out. Okay, let's take a nice deep breath in. Arms up. And breathing out. Arms down. Forward bend. Breathing in. Flat back. Breathing out all the way down to cobra. Breathing in, downward dog. And breathing out, standing up. Excellent work. Really good. Okay, I'll be putting this onto YouTube so you can just look at yourselves later on. Take some water if you want to. Let's come into sun salutation B. Okay, 3/4 of mat, feet shoulder width apart. And then this is one where we start with chair. So we come in forward bend, taking ourselves all the way down to the mat, taking your fingertips to the mat. If you need to, bending your knees, stroking your fingertips behind you, and then stroking forwards, and then keeping that bottom down, chest is out, shoulders are down, palms are facing each other, fingertips. All right. Okay, well done. Keeping that bottom down again, you'll be checking yourselves, making sure that bottom is down, making sure that your knees aren't over those toes. Good. And then we're going to take our hands down to the mat and then stepping or jumping back into plank and lowering ourselves all the way down to the mat. Untuck your toes. This time we're coming into forward facing dog. So it's more or less the same as cobra, but taking your hips off as well. So if you can, taking just your hands and the backs of your feet on the mat, your hips and everything else is off. Chest is looking forward. If this is too much for you, you can bring your knees down onto the mat. Good. And then taking ourselves all the way back down to the mat. Tuck your toes under, pushing your bottom up, downward facing dog. And we're going to be taking our right foot off the mat, and our right foot comes as far forward as we can. So swing it out. Get that right foot as far forward as you can into right foot lunge. Okay, coming up into warrior one. So hips are facing forward, arms coming up, shoulders are down, chest is out. Again, stretching those fingertips up into that ceiling, up that sky. Chest is out, chin is in. Excellent work. Let's take both hands down to the mat, stepping back into plank. Lower yourselves slowly down. Untuck your toes again, come into forward facing dog. And breathe. No rush. Relax that lower back, chest comes out. And then lower yourself slowly down to the mat. Tuck your toes under, bottom comes up, into the air, downward facing dog. This time on our left side, so left foot comes up in the air, left foot, swing it out as far forward as you can,
left foot lunge. Coming back up to warrior one. Hips facing forward, bring those arms up, shoulders come down, chest comes out, chin is in. Stretch those arms up and breathe out, hold your breath. Good. 2 hands down to the mat, stepping back into plank. Lower yourselves all the way down. Untuck your toes. Push yourselves up, last. Forward facing dog. Try and relax those hips. Let's just try and get that chest a little bit further forward. Our heart further forward. Lovely. And then just relaxing down all the way down to the mat. Tucking your toes under. Pushing your bottom up. We're into downward facing dog. We're here 5 breaths. Padding those feet down, those heels down. Spreading those fingertips away from each other. Pushing our arms away. Keeping those knees bent. Keeping those shoulders relaxed. Keep looking in between those thighs. Relax your shoulders. Nice flat back. Bottom up into the air. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Lovely. Taking that right foot off the mat. That right foot comes into the middle of the mat. And placing your left foot shoulder width apart. Coming to forward bend. And from forward bend, just dropping your bottom down into chair. Bring your arms up. Okay, so staying in chair, let's go to the next flow. Let's take our feet onto our tiptoes. So we're in chair, feet on your tiptoes. 4 breaths here. Anytime it's too much for you, just drop your heels down to the mat. That's 2. And 3. Just 1 more. And that's 4. Keeping into chair, taking our heels down, taking our hands into prayer. And let's rotate ourselves so our right elbow comes to our left knee. So rotate, keeping that bottom down in chair. And breathe. And then let's come back to the center. And then taking that left elbow onto your right knee, rotate. And breathe. And then come back to the center. Taking our arms back out into chair. Coming back onto our tiptoes, last 4 breaths. That's 1. That's 2. Stretching those arms away. That's 3. Keeping your shoulders relaxed. Just 1 more breath. And 4. And then bring those heels down. Slowly standing up. And shaking out your legs. Well done. Take some water on if you need. Okay, let's do warrior 2. So come to the top of your mat. Come into mountain pose. And we'll do this a bit more flow, so a bit faster. So mountain pose, squeeze those glutes in, pushing your hips forward. Belly comes in, chest is out, shoulders down. Good. Let's take our right leg back as far as you can, and blocking that right foot. So that right foot points to the long edge of your mat. Try and imagine yourselves in between two panes of glass, keeping ourselves nice and aligned, keeping our arms out, shoulders come down, looking down on that left arm, breathing in, breathing out, come down, warrior two. Just concentrate and focus wherever that you can, taking your gaze all the way down that left arm, past that third finger. Concentrate there, keeping those shoulders down. Lovely, taking our left arm down onto our left thigh, windmilling our right arm over and across, keeping that windmill as close to your body as you can. And then let's reverse that windmill. And then slowly taking that right arm forward and at the same angle as your right leg. Pushing away with that right foot and stretching away with that right hand. Feeling a stretch all the way down that right hand side. And breathe. Good. Let's come back to warrior two. So coming up a little bit, arms come out, breathing in, breathing out, sink down. Let's see if we can sink down a little bit further. So taking that back foot, that right foot, back about an inch. Let's try and sink down a little bit further. Good. Let's reverse those palms and palms facing up to the ceiling. That right hand comes down to that right thigh. Left arm comes up and around, looking up at the ceiling. Feeling a stretch on that left hand side. And breathe. And coming back to warrior two. Breathing in, breathing out, sink down. Last time. And then coming back up, straighten both legs, taking our hands onto our hips. Okay, taking our left arm out, straightening out, and then leaning towards that left foot, we're coming into a left foot triangle. So taking that left hand down towards our left ankle, our right arm comes up into the sky. Again, opening out that chest. Good. Taking ourselves back up, taking our hands back onto our hips, and then this time try and taking our feet both pointing towards the long edge of your mat, and then taking your feet just out a little bit, so they're about 10 to 2. And leaning forward with our body, so keeping that back straight, just leaning forward with your body. Okay, taking our left hand down to the mat, and our right hand comes behind our back. So the back of your right hand comes on to your left hip. Okay, with that left hand, walk it over to your right foot. So we're rotating our chest. And while we're here now, try and take our body down towards our right thigh, our head towards our right knee. And just breathe. And then letting go of your hip with your right hand and bring that right hand all the way down to your right foot. So both hands are on your right foot or on your right shin, or wherever you feel you can. Breathing in and breathing out, taking that head towards that knee. And then we're walking both hands into the middle of your mat. Flipping your palms over so the palms are facing the ceiling and walking your hands behind yourselves. Relaxing your head, feeling an increased stretch on the backs of your legs. Try and relax your head, relax your shoulders, and just breathe into that stretch. Good. Let's walk in our hands back down to the center. Walking both hands over to the left foot or your left shin, wherever is available to you. And then relaxing down. Keeping your right hand on your left foot or your left shin. Taking our left hand off your foot or your shin. And then taking it behind your back and taking the back of that left hand onto your right hip. Okay, while we're here, let's take a nice deep breath in. And breathing out, let's take our body down towards that left thigh, our head towards that knee. And relax. Lovely. And then slowly bring both hands down towards our left foot. And then walking our both hands into the middle of the mat. Taking your hands onto your hips and slowly curve your spine until you're back to standing up. And then heel toe your feet so they're back to standing, shaking out. Take some water on if you feel you need. Come back to mountain pose, top of the mat. So, warrior 2. This will be good again, just to check your own progress. So just be aware of the camera on you, and then you'll be able to just check your own progress. Okay, so mountain pose. Bottoms in. Hips are forward, belly's in. Chest forward, shoulders back, chin is in. Hold it there. And breathe, there's no rush. Just see how our body feels after doing those postures. Good. Let's take a big step back with that left leg. Blocking that left foot, so that left foot is pointing towards that long edge of your mat. Okay. Keeping your hips nice and open. Taking your arms out. Shoulders come down. This time we're taking our gaze all the way down that right leg, that right arm. Breathing in and then sink down, bending that right knee. Feel strong. All the warriors are strong postures. So feel strong in this posture. Looking down the arm, gazing wherever you feel that gaze takes you. Bringing your awareness back to your breathing. Lovely. Taking our right hand, so our right arm onto our right thigh. Let's windmill that left arm up and around. And then reverse that windmill. Taking our shoulders into a nice range of movement. Slowly taking that left arm forwards. And again, slow it down until it's the same angle as our left leg. Stretching that left hand away, pushing back on that left foot, feeling a stretch all the way down that left hand side. And breathe. Lovely. And coming back, warrior 2. Arms out, shoulders down, breathing in, breathing out, sink down.
And again, as we did on the right hand side, let's take that left foot back just an inch. Let's see if we can come down a little bit lower. And breathe. Let's flip those palms over so they're facing the ceiling. Left hand comes down towards that left thigh, bending that right arm up, looking up in the ceiling. Try and taking that left hand down as far as you feel you can down that left leg. Excellent work. And then back, warrior two, arms out. Breathing in, breathing out, sink down. Okay, hands on our hips, straighten both legs out. Right arm comes out, stretching it towards that right ankle. Coming back down towards that right ankle, the left arm comes up. Coming to right hand triangle. Just checking again your posture, making sure you're in nice alignment. That you're not coming forward and out of alignment. If you are coming forward out of alignment, just taking that right hand up your shin a little bit, easing off that posture. Good. Let's take our hands back onto our hips, taking both feet to the point in the long edge of your mat, and then taking our feet out to about 10 to 2, taking our hands behind our back, clasping our hands together, just pointing that first finger. Okay, so keeping your back straight to start off with, leaning forward, keeping your back straight. Good. And then now we're going to be curving our spine. We're going to try and take our fingers and point them up to the ceiling. So curve your spine, head comes down towards the mat, hands come up in towards the sky. And breathe in, up, hold your breath, and try and relax your shoulders, relax your head. At the same time, try and get those arms pointed a little bit higher up into that ceiling. Excellent work. Then slowly uncurl yourselves, unclasping your hands, coming back up, putting your hands onto your hips. And then heel toe yourselves back to straighten up, shaking out. Well done. Take some water on. Okay, we're just doing just a couple of very easy balances. So the first balance we're going to do, we're going to practice closing our eyes and being on one foot. Okay, so we'll take that into stages. So come into mountain pose. So bottom, hips forward, belly in, chest out, chin in. Okay, let's lean over to your right hand side and just lift your knee a little bit, but keep your toes, your left toes on the mat. Okay, we're going to be closing our eyes for 5 seconds. Now this might be quite difficult, just with your toes down there, but close your eyes and I'll count for you. So close your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then open your eyes. Okay. Next time what I want you to do is try and taking that right foot off and then placing that right foot on that calf. Don't take it up to your thigh, just take it onto your calf. And what I found helps me and helps others is placing your right hand on, so your right finger onto your nose. Okay, we're going to do 5 seconds again with your eyes shut. Okay, shut your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then open. Anybody do that? Wave to me if you did it. Oh, well done. Let's try once more, okay? So bring your weight onto your left leg. So your right leg, sorry. And then lifting your right foot off and placing your right foot. Just hold it there. Don't close your eyes yet. Just feel that, how that is in your body. Okay, and let's close our eyes now if you want to place your finger on your nose. And close your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't do it. Anybody do it? Wave to me. No, it's one of the things that we need to practice. Okay, let's just do ordinary tree. Okay, so let's take our weight over to our right hand side. Left foot comes up. So you can either place your left foot either onto your calf or bring it up to your hip. I think I got that, my lefts and rights wrong again, didn't I? There we go. Never mind. Sorry if I confused you. Okay, so keeping our eyes open this time. Pointing our arms down to the floor. Chest is out, chin is in, shoulders are down. And let's bring our hands into prayer, pushing away those palms together. Just concentrate on those palms pressing together, forgetting that you're on one leg, pressing those palms together. Soft focus down onto the floor. Lovely. And then finally taking our arms up into the air. Keeping those shoulders down, stretching those chest out. Well done. Palms back into prayer. Letting go of that left foot. And then bring that left foot behind your back as we then lean forward. Taking our arms out into airplane. And if you can, for the final one, come into warrior 3, taking our arms out in front, keeping that leg nice and high, stretching out those arms, nice flat back, and breathe. And then standing up, well done. I was a bit wobbly on that side. Let's try the other side. So mountain pose. Coming on to your left-hand side. Let's try taking our toes off our left foot, off the mat, spread them and press them down. See if that will help. Okay, just feel nice and secure on that left-hand side. Taking our right knee up and placing that right foot either onto your calf or bringing it up onto our thigh. Don't have it anywhere near your knee. 2 hands down. Pointing those hands down. Soft focus. And then bringing our hands into prayer, pushing our palms together. Soft focus about 6 feet, 2 meters away. Keep breathing. Bring those shoulders down, that chin is in. Good. And then finally taking our arms out into the air, stretching away. Chest is out, chin stays in. Well done. Finally taking the hands back to prayer. And then releasing that right foot. That right foot comes behind you, leaning forward, coming into airplane. And from airplane, if you want to, come into warrior 3, stretching out those arms. That right leg comes out. And breathe. One more breath. And then slowly come into standing. Shaking out. Well done. Let's come down to the mat. Final stretches. So come down onto your mat. Keeping your knees bent. And if you can, you're going to bring your back down towards the mat without holding on to anything. Okay, so just slowly bringing our back down towards the mat, slowly as you can, keeping your core engaged as you come down. Keeping your knees bent. And then just relaxing here. Okay, let's take our left knee towards our chest and hugging it in. So your right knee stays bent. And then placing your left ankle on your right knee. Opening out that left knee. And then taking our arms up into the air and then taking them behind then the right thigh. Bringing our right thigh towards our chest. And if you can, getting hold of your right shin. So those of you who have had some aches and pains in your glutes, this is a nice glute stretch. Try and relax your shoulders, relax your chin. Take a nice deep breath in. As you're breathing out, bringing your knee into your chest a little bit more. Feel that development on the stretch of that, around that left glute, that left leg. Keeping those shoulders relaxed and relax your hips too. Okay, let's slowly take our knees, our feet back down to the mat. Bending your knees. Okay, this time bringing your right knee and hug your right knee into your chest, keeping your left knee bent. Let's place your right ankle onto your left knee, taking your right knee out, taking the hands up in the air and taking them behind our left thigh and bringing our left knee towards our chest. If we can get hold of our left shin, again, relax your shoulders, relax your hips, take a nice deep breath in. As you're breathing out, let's bring that left knee towards your chest a little bit more. Feel that stretch develop on that right glute, that right leg, the top of that right leg, and breathe. Relax your shoulders again, relax your chin, relax your hips. Just bring that knee towards your chest, that's all we're doing. Well done. And let's hug both knees into your chest and then rock left and right. Okay, from here, taking both feet down to the mat, but keeping your knees bent. Taking our arms up into the sky and then taking them out into a cross. Keeping your knees and your ankles together, taking our knees over to the left-hand side. Keeping your shoulders on the floor. Okay, we're going to do something a little bit different now. And just put your hands into, or your arms into cactus. So bending your arms into cactus. Now you'll feel that this is harder on your shoulders. It brings your shoulders down. So that cactus is basically your arms are in 90 degrees or bent 90 degrees. And taking your gaze over to the right hand side. And let's breathe here. Just breathe into that posture, especially around your hips, that lower back. Well done. One more breath. And bring your knees back to the center. Keeping our arms into cactus if you can. If not, take them back out to cross. And let's drop your knees over to the right hand side. Taking your gaze over to the left. Try and relax those shoulders down. Try and relax in that cactus pose. And again, just breathe into that stretch, into that posture. Allowing your hips just to relax. Try and let go of that tension. One more breath here. And then bring your knees up to the center. And when you feel you can, coming up to a seated position. Cross your knees in front. Sitting up on your sit bones. Getting a nice straight back, keeping that tummy in. Chest is out, chin is in, the shoulders are down. Taking our right hand down and lean over with that right arm, so that left arm comes up and over. And then taking that left hand down to the mat, bringing your right over. And then finally stretching up with both arms. Keeping those shoulders down. Chin is in, chest is out. Keeping that back nice and straight. Stretching up with those fingertips. And then bringing our palms down, bringing those shoulders down, breathing out. No rush, nice and slow. Let's try and really make it even slower. Breathing in, nice and slow. Stretching up. And then breathing out, really slow. Really slow, bring it down, slow it down. Bring those shoulders down as we're breathing out. And again, slow it down, breathing in. Palms facing up, slow it down. Stretch it up. And breathing out. Nice and slow. Really just concentrate on those shoulders coming down as we're bringing our arms nice and slowly down. Excellent work, keeping that tummy in. And last time, breathing in. And stretch up as far as you can, keeping that back nice and straight. Bringing our hands together into prayer. Bringing our hands into your chest. Namaste. Thank you for being with me today. Have a beautiful and peaceful day.